Yo, what's up everyone? Skull's Nightshade here. We are so close to NGS version 2 and I am extremely excited about it. I've been really excited about this update ever since they announced it, especially when they talked about things like creative spaces. I was looking forward to that a lot. And we have some more changes we don't even know about yet because we have a whole NGS headline to look forward to in just a little bit before we actually get the update. But there are some things that I would like to discuss, and a lot of you who enjoy fashion probably noticed some of these things in the last NGS headline too. So we're going to talk about some fashion changes or quality of life changes that are coming in version 2. We're going to discuss some things that we're really excited about, as well as some things that we'd like to see in the future. In the recent NGS headline, the PSO team addressed some really good questions about quality of life features in the game. It was really nice to see questions like this because sometimes the ones that we do get answers to are a little... In the operation report, the first question asked, I guess it's really more of a statement, was: the item catalog page that used to be on the official site was useful and I would like to see it brought back. I totally feel this. Since the personal shop search feature isn't the best, you have to type in the exact name and capitalization as well for the item that you're looking for if it's not an item that you've already seen. And even then, sometimes items that you've already seen don't show up when you search using keywords or even guessing the name. It's been a bit easier to search for items since we got the wishlist feature, but sometimes you see things and you're not able to get the exact name, and that's where a catalog comes in. Or even if you have a random fashion idea and you want to see if the game even has an item that you can use to make a look come to life. So this is definitely a win having this back on the PSO2 website, and it kind of gives you more of a reason to go to the site instead of just looking at updates and future scratch tickets. The next question is the one that I was the most excited to see. We made an entire video about how to work around this issue in the game. And the question is, for characters with larger physiques, the waist area of outfits bulges out more than necessary, and it looks bad. Very, very bad. Can you please improve this? All I can say is I am very surprised that it took the game being up for 2 years for them to address this issue. You all who watch my content know that I absolutely love fashion, and I always talk about how PSO2 has the most fashion and the best character customization that any MMO has had that I've ever played, and that's a very long list of MMOs. However, there are a few things that drive me insane. One is the amount of clipping, but that's very understandable. It makes sense with having so many items, having the collision perfect for every single item and every single body parts with so many variants, blah, 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 blah. That's almost impossible, so I get it. That's just something you've got to work around, and you get more than enough items in this game to do it, no biggie. What I had the biggest issue with was the fact that I would get basewear, outerwear, things like that, and it was almost unwearable unless I completely changed the anatomy of my character. And there's some assets my character has that I really don't want to change. Plus, she is absolutely gorgeous. Do you see that face? She does not need to change. But yeah, this makes a lot of limitations when it comes to fashion, and that's not something we have a whole lot of other than with those specific things. Now, I love the fact that they're fixing this, but there's some things that are kind of related to this that I really hope will get fixed. And let's talk about this a little further. I'm going to head to the salon so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So just kind of as an example, this is a more recent dress that we've gotten. This one isn't bad. Now you can see it kind of like poofs out a little, but it's not bad. It actually works with the dress a lot, and I really like it. But that's not what normally goes on with this. I've noticed that a lot of the ones we've been getting recently, they've been kind of slowly working on that issue. So I think, realistically, before they said it was something that we would have as a setting, they probably tried to actually do a hard fix for it in game. And I don't know, maybe some of the cute outfits we've been getting that actually fit properly were kind of like the end result of what they were trying to do. I don't know, just a theory. So if we look here, let's see if we can find a good example. There's some dresses that kind of work. This kind of has the same effect as the other dress that I have on. The skirt is supposed to poof out, and it does it at the right spot, so it doesn't look bad at all. Technically, this poofs out a little bit more than if I had a smaller frame, but it's not noticeable at all, really. And, you know, we have another good one here, the Nudie Blanket series. It's a little more noticeable. You kind of see that little shelf, that little shelf, as I call it. And yeah, but like, this is easily covered. And then you get stuff like this. I look like a lampshade. That does not look good, like at all. So I'm glad to see that that's going to be something that's fixed, but I just like hope that they do it correctly. So I'm really hoping that it starts in the waist area and they actually pinpointed where we adjust our body frame at to make, I guess, like the typical curvy body. That's something that I'm a little worried about consistency with, because as people adjust their body, you may have no choice but to run into this issue. Even here, hold on, even here, like, I know it's not noticeable at all, really, from the front. You kind of have a little shelf right here, but like it just sticks out too much. And that's really nitpicky, but you guys know how I am with my fashion. I am extremely nitpicky. I feel like we have enough stuff that I can be. There was another example. There is this outfit, which I really, really like. And ever since I changed my body frame, this part just sticks straight out, which again, not a big deal, but it kind of looks a little weird from the side. So that would probably show up more in screenshots. And then this, which, I mean, this isn't the worst because it looks like it's supposed to be like that. But in comparison to the picture, the preview, you can tell the hips are supposed to be a little softer. So that's something I really, really hope that they work on doing. Another thing I really, really hope that they considered was the motions. Now, I say that because there's an idol, and I know this is an issue with certain things. There's an idol that I really, really like. Let's see, where is it? It is the hands behind back. I think this idol is very cute. From the front, it looks adorable. And then you see my hands clipping straight through my butt, which again does not look good. It's really funny, but it does not look good at all. And I don't like that. And I know I'm not the only one with this issue. I see some people using normal idols and things like that, or even emotes, and they're just like clipping with their own body, which I know I mentioned that clipping is something I really don't like, and I don't like clipping at all. But I can tolerate it being with hair and clothes, but when your body is clipping with your own body, that's when things get a little frustrating. So I really hope that they considered stuff like that when they thought about this too. If any of you guys think of anything else that they could also consider, please mention it in the comments. I would absolutely love to talk about this more. But let's actually move on. The next thing that was asked, and this is great for those of us who really enjoy screenshots. They asked, could you please allow me to apply depth of field so that I can have more fun taking screenshots? And this one's really big because a lot of people use like reshade, or people like me edit the photo afterwards to give that effect. Having that in the game would be really awesome. that would take just even the most simple screenshots to the next level, because that depth of field adds a bit more realism to the screenshot. Also, we're getting cell shading, so that could be really cool. The environment of the world doesn't take the cell shading, but the characters do, and I think that would be a really cool effect with depth of field. And while we're on that topic, the next thing is cell shading. How is that going to affect fashion? I wonder. The settings for it are in the salon, so you know it's going to be something we definitely go over and we definitely look at a little bit further as time goes on. But I just want to know, like, how do you think it's going to affect the way that we choose basewear based on like color or contrast? I don't know, the way that we use accessories, even makeup, tattoos, the texture of things like body paint and tattoos, or even the way that the texture affects the color makes a big difference when it comes to not only fashion, but photos as well. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about that before version 2 comes out. There are quite a few things I'd like to see as well, but we can't fit all of that into one video. I kind of want to just stay on topic with this one. I'd also absolutely love to know in the comments what you guys are really excited about that's fashion or quality of life related that's coming in version 2 of NGS, or I guess some things you'd like to see in the future as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Stay comfy.